How can school leaders effectively translate vision into measurable student gains through aligned goals, frameworks, and monitoring? Well, the past decade has brought unprecedented attention to educational accountability and student achievement. Yet, many school leaders still struggle to bridge the gap between aspirational vision statements and tangible classroom improvements. Now, research shows that when leaders successfully align their vision with clear goals, consistent frameworks, and targeted monitoring, teachers can focus their efforts more effectively and students experience more coherent instruction. Now, as a young leader, one of my mentors told me that casting a bold vision, Kim, was the key to a leader's success. As a visionary leader, that statement resonated with me. However, I quickly learned vision alone will not drive outcomes. You see, while everyone in the organization must see themselves in the vision, without clearly defined goals and systems, you will not achieve it. There are 3 critical missteps that often derail leaders' efforts to create this alignment. So let's look at those 3. The first misstep is many leaders craft inspiring visions but fail to break them down into specific measurable goals that teams can act upon. As noted in a recent Wallace Foundation study, leadership effects are usually largest where and when they are needed most. When goals remain vague, teachers struggle to translate them into daily practice. The second misstep is some leaders adopt multiple frameworks and initiatives without creating clear connections between them. This leads to what researchers call initiative fatigue. Trust me, I've been there, I felt it, I've done it. When teachers face competing demands without understanding how they fit together, well, the result is often a surface level implementation rather than a significant change. The third misstep is many leaders focus on monitoring efforts primarily on outcomes, like test scores, rather than the lead measures that drive those results. While outcome data is essential, waiting until the end of the term or year to gauge progress limits leaders' ability to make timely adjustments. According to researchers, successful leaders develop systems to track key implementation metrics along the way. The path forward requires a different approach. First, effective leaders engage their teams in translating broad vision statements into specific, measurable goals that connect directly to classroom practices. They ask, what would we see and hear in classrooms if we were successfully implementing this vision? Next, they carefully select and align frameworks to support those goals. Rather than adopting multiple disconnected initiatives, they choose tools and approaches that work together coherently. Most importantly, they help teachers understand how different frameworks complement each other to drive student learning. Now, I know you're wondering, where do digital tools and data fit into this? Well, digital tools and data analytics play a crucial role in this process. Modern school leaders must embrace technology as a critical enabler of alignment. According to recent studies, 72% of school leaders now rely heavily on digital tools to enhance learning and engagement. These tools provide real-time insights into student performance, enabling more responsive, targeted interventions. So, creating sustainable systems is equally essential. Success requires more than initial alignment. It demands sustainable systems that can weather leadership transitions and external pressures. Research shows that schools with established data cultures and regular monitoring processes maintain momentum even during challenging times. As one principal noted, when the systems are strong, the work continues regardless of who's in charge. Now, professional development focus must remain paramount. You see, leaders must prioritize ongoing professional development that helps teachers understand and implement aligned frameworks effectively. You can have great systems, but if your teachers do not have the skill set to implement, then they will not be successful. Studies indicate that schools that invest in targeted professional learning achieve significantly better implementation of new initiatives. This includes dedicated time for collaborative planning and data analysis. Now, what does this all look like? Well, it's called collective efficacy. So building collective efficacy has emerged as a critical factor. When teachers believe in their collective ability to impact student learning, achievement rises dramatically. Recent research demonstrates that leadership practices found on alignment and clear goals contribute significantly to this sense of collective efficacy. Regular celebration of progress and recognition of effective practices help sustain motivation. So, engaging stakeholders remains critical for success. Successful alignment requires buy-in from all stakeholders, teachers, students, family, and community partners. You see, leaders must actively communicate their vision and progress while creating opportunities for meaningful input and collaboration. This builds the broad support necessary for lasting change. So the call to action is clear. School leaders must move beyond inspiring vision statements to create systems that translate those visions into daily classroom reality. Remember what my mentors told me. A bold vision is a key to a leader's success. Well, that's true. But you have to connect that bold leadership, that bold vision, to practical application for everyone to see themselves in the vision, but also to implement the vision. So what does this mean? It means, number one, working with teams to set clear, specific goals that directly connect to instructional practice. Number two, carefully selecting and aligning frameworks that support those goals. Number three, implementing monitoring systems focused on lead measures of success. Number four, maintaining relentless focus on supporting quality instruction. Number five, leveraging technology and data systems to track progress and inform decisions. Number six, building sustainable structures that outlast individual leaders. Remember, as a leader, one of your things is to work yourself out of the job so that you can move on to the next thing that is there for you. Number 7, investing in targeted professional development aligned to goals. Number 8, fostering collective efficacy through recognition and celebration. And last but not least, number 9, engaging stakeholders in ongoing dialogue and collaboration. I want you to know the future of our schools depends on leaders willing to do the detailed, persistent work of creating and maintaining these critical connections. Why? Because when vision becomes reality in classrooms, students thrive.